What's going on, YouTube family? Welcome to Automotive Life. My name is Lucky, and today we're going to be talking about why most extended car warranties suck or are not worth the money. Now, I actually had to bust out a list because this is how crazy complicated, how many things you need to watch out for. So this is probably going to be the most overall detailed video when it comes to extended warranties on vehicles. Now, I'm not going to get into the weeds and go over all the crazy stuff, but I'm going to go over the main things you guys need to know about. So first, we're going to talk about selling of the warranties, what you need to watch out for. If you're buying a new or used car, what kind of warranties you should get. If you're buying a gas, diesel, EV. Also, what type of models to stay away from, which cars to buy, which ones. If you do buy the car, definitely have to buy a warranty. Also, the difference between stated coverage and exclusionary coverage, that one's going to be big. We're going to talk about mileage caps, labor caps, hourly caps, parts caps, policy caps, rental car and towing coverage, and then also authorized shops and the actual claim process itself, and a lot more. These are all the things that you guys need to know before you even step foot into a dealership or you're thinking about buying one of these online extended warranties. Now, before I do, if you could do me a huge favor and gently squeeze the like button for the YouTube algorithm, it helps me find more amazing people like yourselves that enjoy automotive content. Also, please consider subscribing. We do post twice a week, so make sure you click the notification bell. And once again, follow us on Instagram at Lucky Lopez, and let's get into the video. So the first thing you should know about before walking into your dealership, buying a car, and looking at extended warranty is that the warranty is an actual profit center for the dealership. Dealerships actually make money on selling you guys aftermarket warranties. So if you buy a 3-year, 30,000 mile warranty and the cost is $3,000, more than likely the actual true cost of what they're paying is about $1,500 and they're profiting the rest. Now, I'm not trying to say that dealerships shouldn't make money, but I'm just letting you guys know that that's why it's their incentive to try to push some side of warranty. And the thing I don't like is when you go buy a new car, they will still try to sell you a 3-year, 30,000 mile warranty. Now, this is very important. If you have a new car, you need to know about the mileage and warranty of what you're buying because they will try to sell you, I call it double coverage. If you buy a Toyota Camry and it has 3-year, 36,000 mile warranty coverage, why would you buy a 3-year, 30,000 mile warranty that's aftermarket? You're already covered for the first 3 years, 36,000 miles. And you also need to know that the day you buy your car is the day the actual warranty starts. A lot of people are tricked and they think, oh, well, after my 36,000 miles, my aftermarket warranty kicks in. Unless it's stated in your policy, it's not that way. And 9 times out of 10, they just tell you, oh, it's for additional coverage to cover you. You already have a factory warranty. You're good to go. Don't waste your time. Now, when it comes to used vehicles, you also need to know your warranty. If it's a year old, 2 years old, it'll give you an inclination of saying, hey, is this actually worth buying the warranty? Because same thing, if you have a 2-year-old car and it has 10,000 miles and you still have 26,000 miles of warranty coverage, the dealership is going to try to sell you an aftermarket warranty so they can make some extra money. And if you have any problems with the warranty, you could always go to the factory and get it repaired for free. So make sure you don't get double dipped, stay away from that, and take your time and actually read the first part of the contract when the actual date starts. Next, we're going to talk about the different makes and models as well as types of vehicles. Now, whether you buy a gas, diesel, or EV car, there are extended warranties for all these vehicles, and some need it more than others. Now, most gas vehicles, a lot of them are extremely dependable. They have really good warranties, and the maintenance is really not that bad. So unless you buy something with like a turbo, supercharger, or whatever else, or a high-performance motor, most times I tell people just to save your money and stay away. When it comes to diesels, this is a double-edged sword. Diesels are bulletproof, they last a long time, but when they break, they cost a fortune. So definitely take the time to think about it. How many miles am I putting on this car? Is this something I use for business, for work? If it's something that you cannot be without, then I would recommend getting an actual warranty for a diesel. Now, this is for my Tesla fanboys. Anybody that buys an EV vehicle, you buy an extended warranty, but you gotta make sure that it has battery coverage because everybody's like, oh, I buy EVs to save money on gas, but I'll tell you what, when it comes time to replace your battery, those 2, 3, 4, 5 years of money you saved up from gas whacks you at once when you have to pay $10, $15, $20,000 to replace the battery in your electric vehicle. Now, these are some of the things that I tell people you need to worry about. So if you're planning on keeping your electric vehicle for a while, you should definitely look into an extended warranty that has battery coverage. And it's very important that you look for these things because most finance guys, the guys who sit there and sell you these things, they're just finance guys. They don't know anything about the contracts. So when you ask, hey, does this have battery coverage? Let me see it. and then go from there. But this is something you need to look for. Now, when it comes to makes and models, I tell everybody, if you buy something that's very high end that has a little bit more miles, whether that's definitely a Range Rover, Land Rover, definitely always put a warranty on those. Mercedes, BMWs, Audis, Cadillacs, Lexuses, some of the basic higher end luxury cars. Oh yeah, Jaguars, definitely those. I definitely recommend getting some type of extended warranty, because even if you pay $3,000 for a warranty, I guarantee within 1 to 2 repairs, you're going to burn up that $3,000 pretty quickly. Now, when it comes to exotic and highline cars, this is very important. They sell maintenance packages as well as service contracts and also warranties, extended warranties. You need to know the difference between all three and definitely look into buying one, whether you're buying a Ferrari, Lamborghini, especially if you're buying a McLaren. Now, I love McLarens. They're beautiful cars, but every time we go on an exotic car rally, they're always dying halfway through the rally. Now, the problem with McLarens is there's not a lot of people that work on them. And then even if it's something simple like your belt fell off the pulley and we got to put it back on, you can't. Most cars, you can pop the hood, reach down in there and actually put it back on. But with McLarens, you actually have to take the cowling apart. You have to take it from the bottom. It's all stuffed in there, so it's very, very hard to do. So AAA and some of these other smaller shops are not going to be able to do it. So you want to make sure that you have a good warranty that covers your exotic cars and highline cars. Driving in a supercar makes you feel like royalty. But you know what's even better than feeling like royalty? Officially becoming royalty, which is where today's sponsor, Established Titles, comes in. Established Titles is a project based in Scottish customs where landowners are referred by lords or lords and ladies in English. You get at least 1 square foot of dedicated land in Scotland, and it doesn't sound like a lot, but remember, it's not the size of the land that matters, it's how you use it. Established Titles is a fun, novel way to help protect the natural woodlands of Scotland while helping global reforestation efforts. Established Titles gives you land on a private estate in Eddleton, Scotland with a unique plot number. So since you own that land, you're officially allowed to use Lord in your name. You can add Lord to your name on credit cards, plane tickets, whatever you want. The first 200 people purchasing the title pack using my link will effectively be next to my plot within a few minutes of walking distance. So depending on how many of you want to become lords and ladies, we can build our own little kingdom. It also comes with an official certificate and crest just like this one. Check it out, guys, I'm a lord. And my favorite part is you're actually helping support a great cause. They plant a tree with every purchase and work with global charities like One Tree Planted and Trees for the Future to help with the global reforestation of the planet. It makes an amazing last minute gift, and Established Titles is running a Black Friday sale, and if you use the code LUCKY, you'll get an additional 10% off. So go to establishedtitles.com/lucky and get your gifts now. Help support the channel and help support a great cause. So this one is very important. Pay attention. There are 2 types of warranties in the warranty world. There is stated coverage and exclusionary coverage. Make a long story short, stated coverage is a list of exactly what they're going to cover. So if it says it covers brakes, transmission, motor, AC components, that's exactly what it covers. If anything else breaks on your car, they do not cover it. Exclusionary, exact same thing, just backwards. It'll tell you all the things it doesn't cover. So if it says we don't cover wheels, we don't cover superchargers, turbos, navigation systems, etc. If anything breaks that's not exclusionary on that list, it can be repaired. So make sure that you take the time and you ask your finance guy, say, hey, what type of ones you want. I usually tell people go for exclusionary because it's pretty simple. You can look at it, and if the list of things that's exclusionary on there doesn't fit most of the stuff that you're gonna have to worry about, then buy that policy. But if it starts saying turbos, wheels, transmissions, gaskets, don't touch it. It's very, very important. And also, when it comes to these types of warranties, whether it's stated or exclusionary, also look for gaskets. I tell a lot of people get screwed with extended car warranties because a lot of them don't cover gaskets. They'll cover your engine if it blows up and throws a rod out, but if you, let's say, have a leaking head gasket or something like that, it won't cover the actual repairs. So make sure that you look if either stated or exclusionary has gaskets in it. Very, very important. That'll save you a ton of time, especially if you buy a Range Rover. We were doing head gaskets like never before, and we literally had to tell customers they had to drive their car until the motor blew up so we could fix the vehicle. So extended warranties always try to deny claims. That's their whole point. So I'm going to go over all the different caps that you guys need to know about and the way they word them. So first we're going to talk about the mileage cap. Now there is a stated mileage where if it's on your odometer and it's 36,000 miles and you have 36 miles of coverage, that's all you get. So if you bought the car with 30,000 miles, you only get 6,000 miles of coverage. So you need to make sure that you read the fine print. The next one is from starting of that day. So you have from that day on, you have the whatever 3 years, 36,000 mile warranty. So most people get this type of warranty. So it'll say warranty starts on this date with this many miles. Now, here's the problem. Some actual policies have annual caps. So let's say in the first year, you drive your car 15,000 miles. You ended up moving from across the country. You had family come in. You're a little bit busier. You drove 15,000 miles. You read your warranty. There may be a 12,000 mile a year cap. So what happens is now you bring your car with 15,000 miles in the first year to the warranty company and say, hey, my transmission's slipping. I need to fix it. They will deny your claim. So make sure you read the mileage caps. It's very important. Next, we're going to talk about labor and hourly caps. This is also something that messes with a lot of people. Now, if you buy a regular car, something like a Ford, Honda, Chevy, Toyota, a lot of times you want to make sure that your hourly cap is anywhere from $7 to $100 per hour. They'll give you a labor cap of a certain amount to cover your vehicle. Now, if you have anything that's maybe Mercedes, BMW, Cadillac, Lexus, something that has more electronics, more things to go wrong, you need to make sure that your labor cap is whatever your local dealerships are, because I've seen people think, oh, I got a great extended warranty for my Mercedes. I'm going to take it into the dealer. They get, 33 hours of billing, and then they find out that only, let's say, $75 of those hours are covered, but the dealership charges you $185 an hour in labor. Who comes up with the difference? You do. So it's very important that you know the difference between what your warranty is actually going to pay out, what their labor cap is, their rate, and then also what their actual amount of your dealership or where you want to take it that's actually going to get repaired. Because if all the shops in your area are all $150, $200 an hour and your labor cap is at $100 or $75, you need to make sure that you find a proper policy that will give you that coverage. Next, we're going to talk about our parts and parts caps. Now, this is pretty hilarious. A lot of people don't know this, but when you buy an extended warranty, it's up to the warranty to figure out how they fix your car. And I've had a lot of issues with this. Now, when it comes to actual parts, some manufacturers some warranties have relationships with junkyards. So let's say your transmission goes out in your Subaru Legacy. You could literally say, hey, my Subaru's transmission's bad. I need a new one. They'll probably say, no, we're going to just send you a used one. And then they will literally find one of their local junkyards that they work with and send you a transmission. I can't tell you how many times these companies, I don't know if they're down in the South, but they'll send me some transmission that looks like it was pulled out of a swamp, full of water, covered in mud. I remember taking pictures, telling the warranty company, hey, look, this transmission is no good. I don't want to put it in. You're wasting your client's time. You're wasting my time. The warranty company said, no, this is all we're going to cover. You have to put it in. I put it in. Sure enough, it didn't work. They sent the adjuster out again. I had to pull it back out. They had to pay me twice for the same thing, and I put another used transmission in there. So they have the right to actually put a used transmission in your vehicle. So make sure you check the parts labor rate or cap rate, and it'll tell you, it'll say, hey, we can do used parts, new parts, or whatever, parts cap rate. Now, this one blows a lot of people's minds because you could have a 3-year, 36-mile warranty, but there's an actual cap when it comes to the amount of parts. So I had a customer of mine, he bought a warranty for his Ford F-250. The motor actually wound up throwing a rod through the block. We figured, no big deal. You have a extended warranty, we're good to go. The motor from Ford, the engine block was about $10K. We went to go pick it up. We called the warranty company. Hey, here's the bill. This is from the warranty. It comes with a 3-year warranty from Ford. We need $10,000. The warranty company actually said, oh, their cap is $2,500 for parts. They can't go any higher per claim. So I had to call the customer. Hey, look, your warranty company is only going to cover $2,500 of your actual parts. That is their parts cap. So everything else, you have to pay the difference if you want to buy this remanufactured motor from Ford. The customer was upset. He had no idea. I think he paid upwards of $5,000 for this warranty. He was better off just keeping that $5,000 and probably giving it to us to actually fix the car. And then he also had a few other caps, which I'll tell you about here in a second. Next one we're going to talk about is a policy cap. Now, this is very important when you're buying a luxury vehicle. Now, let's say you buy a 7 Series or an S550. A lot of the parts are very expensive. A lot of the repairs are very expensive. So what happens with the policy cap is they actually give you an exact dollar amount of what you're capped out on. So let's say the policy cap is $10,000. So you could file claims up to $10,000 and they'll cover everything below. Anything above $10,000, you have to pay for. Now, this is stated in your policy. All you got to do is just look for that. If it says policy caps or whatever else, then you say, no, I don't want that. A lot of them don't have this anymore because people have gotten smart and look for it, but make sure you take the time because the finance guy doesn't care. He just wants to sell you a warranty. So it's your job to make sure that you don't get screwed with getting a really bad or really low policy cap. Next, we're going to talk about rental car coverage as well as towing. Now, this is very important, so listen up to this one. Rental car coverage, most warranties will only cover 1 day of coverage for every 8 hours of labor that's booked. Now, this is important. 1 day for every 8 hours of labor booked. So if they come in and they say your car only needs 6 hours of work and it's going to be in the shop for 3 days, you do not qualify for a rental car. They'll tell you to go buy it and submit the receipt, and then they will cancel it and tell you they're not going to cover it. So do not do that. Look at your policy. It will literally state for every 8 hours of labor, you will get 1 day of use. And that's another one you got to watch out for too, is some of these shops, even if you get 33 hours of billing, divide that by 8, that's how many days you get it. So if the parts are on back order because of, the whole supply chain with Rona and everything else, your car could sit there for a week, 2 weeks, and it has nothing to do with the warranty company. They will not cover your warranty. They will always tell you they give you rental reimbursement. That's their way of saying they want you to pay for it, and then at the very end, they're hoping that you'll just be satisfied with a smaller check. So don't do it. Read your policy. Ask about that coverage when you're sitting down with your financial advisor, or finance manager. The next one is your actual towing. Now, towing is one of those things where it's also, most policies, is reimbursement. They'll have a thing where they'll cover up to the first 30 miles or 50 miles or hookup coverage for 250. What this means is anything above X amount of miles. So if you break down in, let's say, the middle of California and you're trying to get to Vegas and they tow your car 400 miles, the first 30 miles is on them. After that, you're going to have to pay. So you're going to probably have a $2,000, $3,000 tow bill. Happens all the time. People think they're going to get reimbursed by the warranty companies, and it does not happen. Also, there's a thing called a hookup rate, where if you have, let's say, a big truck, SUV, or something like that, they charge you extra money to put your vehicle on the rig. So it may be a limit of a $225 hookup. They may charge you a $300, $400 charge to pick up your car. So make sure you learn about those things before you actually bid that actual contract. Next, we're going to talk about authorized shops. Now, a lot of these policies have different places you can take them. It's either you could take them to anybody that's a licensed repair shop, or it has to be an authorized repair shop. This could mean a number of things. It could be an independent store that has an agreement with them to give them lower pricing, which sometimes works in your benefit. But let's say that shop is maybe 2 hours away from your house, or is on the other side of town, or there's none in your town and you have to tow it outside of town to get to it. Also, there are some ones with franchise stores. Oh, we only work with X amount of franchise stores. So you need to make sure that if there's any type of thing that says authorized or certified shops, read that little part in your warranty, because if it says any auto repair shop, you're good to go. If it says authorized repair shops only, you should ask them for a list and where the shops are at, because this is really bad, especially like in California and Texas, where there's like a network of dealers. They will sell you what's called a white label warranty, which is basically, it's just their warranty that they service from themselves. So let's say you fly to Texas because you got a good deal on a truck, and you buy it and you drive back to, let's say you live in New York. You drive back to New York, you're bragging to your friends, you got a great deal, you saved $4,000 on your truck just by driving to Texas. A year later, your transmission blows out. Well, no problem, I have coverage. You call up the warranty company. Oh yeah, you can bring it to any of our dealers here in Texas and we could fix it. So now we're like, well, now I have to ship my car to Texas just to get it fixed. And that actually happens a lot. So if it's a white label company, you could always ask them, hey, is this warranty only covered with your group of dealers, or is this a nationwide warranty? Just to make sure you cover your bases. So now we're going to talk about the claim process. Now bear in mind, I'm going to try to talk a little bit faster because I don't want this video to be 30 minutes long. Your car breaks down on the side of the road. First thing you do is you call up the warranty company. Hey, my car broke down. What do I do? They're going to tell you, take it to a repair shop, pay the diagnosis fee. You have to pay the first part to get it diagnosed and then send us what the car needs. Take it to the shop. Mechanic's going to look at it, say, hey, you need, let's say, a head gasket, a motor, whatever the case is. You call the warranty company. Hey, I have the bill from the mechanic. I need a motor or a head gasket. Warranty company's going to say, no problem. You fax that to us. You're going to fax it. They're going to do one of two things. They're either going to approve the repair and then send the technician the money, or two, they're actually going to say, we're going to send an adjuster out there to look at the vehicle. Now, to give you guys a heads up, an adjuster doesn't work for the warranty company or for you. He's an independent contractor. He just looks, see if there's cars has proper maintenance, if it's not a piece of crap, if there's anything they can figure out to try to exclude the coverage. So once he gets down there, he's going to take pictures, talk to the mechanic, look at the oil, look at the car, whatever else, and then send in their actual bid. Now, here's the problem with most appraisers or adjusters. They'll come out there, and sometimes it'll take them a week to come out. Once they come out, it could take them a week to get the report. So your car could be sitting in the shop with nothing done for 2 weeks. Once that's done, they'll submit it to the warranty company. Warranty company's going to do one of two things. They're either going to, like I said, approve your claim or deny it. Let's just say they approve it. Fantastic. Now it goes into negotiating. They're going to call the mechanic and say, hey, we don't want to replace the motor with a new one. We want to do a used one. So now the mechanic either has to find a used one, or like I said, they're going to find that one from the junkyard. Once they get through that negotiating, they say, no, we're going to do a used motor from this junkyard for this price. Okay, cool. Then your repairs start. After that, the mechanic will not let you take the car until he's actually paid. Some warranty companies are very picky. They want to make sure the car is totally repaired before they pay. I've had it where a warranty company did not pay me for 2 weeks and I had to hold the customer's car. The customer was extremely upset with me, told me to give me the car, I'm going to get paid. And I told him, I don't trust warranty companies. I've been burned. Unfortunately, we can't let your car go until we get paid. Finally, after the repairs were done, we kept calling the warranty company every day. 2 weeks later, they mailed us a check. Big pain in the butt, but that's something to look forward to. Now, also, after the repairs, most shops have to certify their labor and the repairs or the parts for 1 year. So if you bought a transmission and it was put in there, more than likely, if it blows up again, you need to call your warranty company and say, hey, look, the transmission you guys gave me was junk. I need another one, and you should be covered. If not, if you don't do that, you're going to just wind up paying for it twice. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, please put them in the comment section below. I try to answer as many as I can. I'd love to hear your stories. Have you had issues with extended warranty companies? Have you had problems? Any good ones you'd like to recommend? Any ones that you think suck that you want to have people stay away from? Let me know. And as far as what I recommend, I actually don't recommend any warranty companies because I've had a few that I've done some really good deals with and they don't take care of their customers anymore. They're just deny. So make sure you're careful, read the exclusions, learn about the business, and we'll see you next time.